What's up everybody, Christian James here. Today's video is the Western Dream dead. Let's go.
Met another guy at the Labrat Brewery a few days ago, and you can watch the video of me talking with him. He walked up to me, he said, I have 3 jobs and I can't make it. We're renting, we have no hope, we've given up on ever owning a home. We're renting, we can barely make it. And he said to me, I feel ashamed when I talk to my kids, because they ask me why I'm never around and why we can never have a house, and I feel like a failure. But he didn't fail. He has been failed.
That's right.
He has been robbed of the promise of Canada. It was a very simple promise, that if you worked hard, you got a good life. Now, it wasn't fancy or extravagant, but you got a house with a yard where you could have kids playing safely, and you could have a nice dog that you could afford to feed along with the kids, and your kids could play safely in the streets. That was the promise. Now, politicians break promises all the time, but you know what was bad about this promise? This promise didn't belong to this Prime Minister. It wasn't his promise to break. It belonged to all of us.
As a 42-year-old Canadian male with 2 children and 2 stepkids, I'm telling you right now, he's not wrong. What that father feels, what a lot of fathers feel, mothers feel, I'm sure, they're not wrong. When you work as hard as you can, and it's no matter how hard you work, you're stuck in the same spot. You earn more money, you're stuck in the same spot. You get 3 jobs, you're stuck in the same spot. You're barely keeping your head above water. You're barely making ends meet. Barely. Of course you're going to feel ashamed, because you don't have the time when you work 3 jobs to look to see what the government is doing and how they're failing. You don't have the time to look to see what Trudeau's latest fucking escapades in the world are, to see what his newest policy is to do with DEI and some horse shit like that. You're working 3 jobs. There's only 24 hours in a day. If you're working 3 jobs, it's safe to say you're probably working 16 hours a day, 6 days a week, 7 days a week. I work 7 days a week and I have my own business. He did fail us. And so did everybody else who voted him in for a 3rd time. Every Canadian who voted for Trudeau, you failed us. You knew goddamn well he was failing the first 2 terms, and you voted him in again out of your own fucking stupidity and ignorance. So it's not just Trudeau who failed us. It's every single Canadian who voted for him. Every single one of you who put him in, you failed us. You failed your fellow Canadian. You voted for horse shit over common sense and reasoning. You voted for a fallacy of the government just running the world for you and keeping you safe and giving you everything you need over you working hard and earning it yourself. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Really, I know people blame Trudeau. You can't blame Trudeau. It's not actually his fault. He didn't put himself in power. Every fellow Canadian of mine who voted for him, this is your fault. You did this to your neighbor. You did this to your family, and you did this to yourself. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me if you voted for him. You know it's your goddamn fault. Tell me you're going to vote for Pierre. Tell me if you've never voted at all. Tell me how you feel in the comment section. I'm out.